I think there are three major issues, in my opinion. The first one is the huge knowledge gap and delayed transfer between the state of the art in science and the traditional way of thinking and mode of operation of most policymakers, which and also the EU administration. There is always a kind of perseverate, vested, frequently national rights and approaches are dominating, while the global perspectives and challenges and solutions and actions are not really addressed. So it's an issue of the, let's say, heterogeneous European opinions, movements, politics, and the attempt of EU to work together in one direction, in the right direction. Not yet, and those directions are currently incredibly slow, which are really acted on. So over 3 decades in the case of, for example, endocrine disrupting compounds, where I'm involved with my colleagues, several legislative periods of the EU Commission, the Parliament and the Council were kind of delaying, and indispensable action was delayed or even blocked or postponed or avoided. And it had really to take that the Scandinavian governments and NGOs had to take the EU Commission to court to really implement what has been decided in 1990. The EU Commission lost, and so there were some steps finally taken in the direction of a better regulation of endocrine disrupting compounds, environment, and less toxic, let's say, environment, and taking, let's say, health issues higher in the priority than just merely growth and economy. So I think the current issue is that EU, and this is even reinforced now by COVID-19, that the markets are so much dominating, and health, environment, perspective in the future is really getting onto, let's say, a backseat or let's say, very low priority. And I do not know if the new commissioner von der Leyen, with the big projects, the Green Deal, the more, let's say, sustainable economy and help and situation for the education and also for health improvement, will really have a chance under this pressure of the economics of the markets and the traditional approach how to run politics. I think that's really tough. I think ESE probably has a double task. It should be really, and I think that has been initiated over the last few years, a voice in Brussels in favor of the endocrinology, in favor of health, and in favor of research and science and its support. The second role of ESE probably is it should join forces much more with the national endocrine societies via the so-called ECAS organization, which is a European Council of Affiliated Societies. So at the national level and at the European level, these two organizations or structures, national endocrine organizations, need to work together, because the political issue in Brussels is that, of course, the European Council is, let's say, making decisions via the governments, via the regional administrative regulatory authorities. So the Council is really a deciding organization, while the EU Commission is, let's say, proposing something. So this has to be worked on from both sides. And that means that ESE, and it has started to do that, has to be present in Brussels with advocacy and policy action, boost science, boost research, vocalize what endocrine issues are, rare diseases, common diseases, endocrine disruption. And together, this needs to be reinforced with the representatives of ECAS in the various national endocrine societies, and they need to have the same, let's say, direction.